All right, so if you've been looking around for a podcaster or a YouTubing or some sort of a microphone for a computer, whether it's a Mac or iOS, you probably come across a company called Maono. Today we are going to be reviewing a couple of the products and comparing them. This is one of them, and we are also going to be looking and comparing the two of their other mics that are more premium. So let's get into it. What's good, everybody? So I am coming to you right now, and I'm speaking from this microphone here. We've got a couple of different mics here, but today's focus is going to be on this one. This is the AU-A04TC desktop USB microphone by Maono. Now we're going to go cover the features, the specs, and just really quickly cover some of the other models that this company is releasing. The AU-PM421, and then we also have the AU-PM401. So the biggest difference between these is the sound to noise ratio. The 401 has 70 and doesn't have a gain knob, but it does have a TRS headphone. And then the 421 does have a gain knob, and this one's got a mute button, and it's just about 900 grams heavier, I think, because of the machining. I'm not sure about the components inside, but in terms of audio recording, they sound almost identical. And then the kits they come together with are almost identical. They both have the boom arm with the 2-axis. The shock mount is different on this one as well. It's a little better. Actually, it's much better than this little plasticky one. So that's the biggest difference with this. But again, this one's got the TRS headphone input, and you can also get this one. It's called AU-PM422, and for differences, this one also has the gain knob, but it's also going to have the TRS headphone jack as well. This is the AU-A04TC. Now, the big thing about this one is built for people who are on the go, who are going to field. It comes with its own carrying case, and here it is. So it's one of those instrument cases that's not going to damage your mic. And the way you attach this, you press these springs together here, and then you slide the mic into the mount. The mount gets attached to here. It does. Yeah, it's a little telescopic, so it goes down about 12 inches. This is your pop filter, and then underneath that is your bass. It's just a big, thick piece of metal, and then screw it. Tighten this up. All right, and I think that's it. You want to always have the logo facing you. That's how you know where to speak. And this goes around the base. Make sure you tie it to the bottom of the base. For people who are going to be using this as a YouTuber mic, it's got a nice heavy base, and you can basically place it beside you. I'm a big fan personally of the boom arms, so here's one of the boom arms, and there's a logo in the front. It's a cardioid mic. All of these are cardioid mics. That means that you have to talk to the front, and you're not going to hear as much on the back of the microphone because it's not omnidirectional. It's compatible with Mac, iOS, plug and play. It's a 2.0 USB. It's got, again, a 16 millimeter condenser, transducer, and magnet ring. If you look at the front of this microphone, and hopefully you guys can see it, there's absolutely nothing on it. No knobs, no headphone jacks, nothing. This one is the AU-PM401. This one is the AU-PM421. And then the center one, the one that you guys are kind of hearing me from, but because I'm facing backwards and I'm supposed to be speaking into the front, this is the AU-A04TC. So the differences are this. This one is the better one, and it's got a mute button, and it's got a gain knob. Gain knobs are awesome because you don't have to do as much post-production depending on the project that you're working with. I always have my gain knob all the way to the max, and then I'm always about 1.5 to 2 feet away from the microphone. This one is the one under this one, and this one does not have a gain knob. It does have a mute button, but it has a TRS headphone jack on here. Now the AU-PM422 version takes both of these and it combines them, and so it's slicker looking. It's got mute button, the gain knob, but it also has the TRS headphone jack. So that is the, again, AU-PM422. Now, this one, only thing that I don't like about this is that I don't know that it's on. I am feeling this one just a little more because it is more substantial. The quality is a little better, and it's got that gain knob, right? So that's, again, the 421, the AU-PM421 by Maono. The sound to noise ratio on this one that we're speaking with right now is 70. 70 is very good. If you guys don't know what sound to noise ratio is, every microphone's got this default hiss, and if you were to record silence in the room with the microphone on and then crank up the audio 100% on your speakers, and if you don't hear anything, then that's a good microphone, okay? So these mics achieve that. Anywhere from 68 to 72 is like good. Anything over that is great. So this one is 74 sound to noise ratio, for example, but the 401 version is also 70. So the quality on this one is the same as the quality on this one, which is good, but this one's great. But again, that also comes down to the environment around you. If you have a lot of stuff happening, then you probably want to get the more expensive microphones because it's going to cancel out that noise. But again, if you are on a budget, then I would say these mics, this and even this one is more than enough to be a podcaster, to be a YouTuber, to do basic things that I'm doing, for example. Now, what else are we looking at? So it's got a USB A to B cable, such as standard cable, no drivers, it just plugs right in. Frequency response, 30 hertz to 60 hertz. Sensitivity, minus 38 decibels to plus or minus 3 decibels. And the maximum SPL is 120 decibels. So these specs are on par with the Maono AU-PM401 right here. And the better microphone of these two, at least, is the AU-PM421, okay? So again, if you are working in the field, then this microphone is your best option.